Ready for the evolutions. We're waiting for that yellow flag to turn to green.
Look at those roosters. Those Arneson-style drives are really kicking up a fantastic spray.
And we're waiting. Keaton's right there at the front, the number 90 boats. The way to happiness is there, and then the big ones in the middle. Lucas Oil's Outer Limits, the King of Shaves, and OSG, and the green flag's up, and we're racing just laps on the course today, and fantastic acceleration gets displayed from these boats.
They are racing so close again.
On board with Joe Scrow and Mike Fiore inside Lucas Oil's Outer Limits, pushing on and looking all the time where they're going, and King of Shaves is off again. Rear of King of Shaves, Lucas Oil's on the left-hand side, who's staying with them, and OSG holding on to third place at the moment, but this is going to change slightly as they start to go around the marker. Boys at wetpunk.com in fourth place, just coming up alongside of the OSG boat, and it was fueling problems that caused Wetpunk problems on Friday, but they think they've got those solved. And the Supersport boat, Shelley, what are we going to get from these today?
Oh, and a green flag already, and they're off. How fantastic. Again, look at the close racing. A perfect lineup on the start. And it's Team Hustler, VoomVoom.com, are taking that lead again. These guys are doing so well this weekend.
And Charles looking ahead, looking for their lines and keeping an eye on the opposition. Extremeboat.com are right with them. And Rossioli Hotels Roma hooked just as they come round the buoy. Oh,
caught up on all that traffic. Look at the washes of all those boats. He was just caught up on it and just couldn't hold his line.
Very lucky not to do a 360, but that's lost him a lot of ground, and he's going to have to make that up. And the fast pace at the front, well, we're on board with the Racing Project 44, Rossioli Hotels Roma. And there are Lucas Oil's Outer Limits looking good. Their first win from the first round, and King of Shaves just ahead of them.
Whoa, he's trimming that as fast as he can go, and on these flat but actually confused waters of Cowes.
Rear of King of Shaves, Fountain Worldwide, second place in the first race, and they won't want to lose out again this time. And Joe Scrow and Mike Fiore in second place, and Giancarlo Canciano, Giovanni Carpitella inside the 88 Donzi built OSG boat. That's got the Sterling Performance engines in it, and we're on board with them now, and you get that view of the different arrangement that the cockpit of these two guys have. And VoomVoom.com just ahead still of Extremeboat.com. Sunlink in third, and getting in some rough wake there.
Taking a tight corner, but oh no, I think he's actually taking a navigation area there and actually going for the wrong mark.
Yeah, certainly went wide. And Extremeboat right with Voom Voom now as they go round a turn, and this could be a change of lead in the Supersport class as Sunlick continues on right behind Voom Voom, and Extremeboat has now gone through to take the lead of this race, and V loses a little bit of ground in the Hustler built VoomVoom.com. So there are our new Supersport leaders. Working very well again today.
Must be quite frightening to have that Evolution boat come up alongside you in the Supersport class. It's very noisy, but obviously beautifully driven, but I'm not sure I'd want to be having that close to me.
No, and very important as well for the crew of 99 to pick their moment and pick the right line to get around these guys who are, of course, racing for their own position. As is, we see the Supersport, that's second and third in class, fourth Rossioli Hotels, and King of Shaves just got to pick their way through this traffic. So anxious times, I think, for James Shepherd and Craig Wilson.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of communication between these two in the cockpit at the moment, picking the right line, safe waters, and obviously being very aware of the rest of the boats.
Yeah, and of course the Supersport guys are racing.
Here we have Supersport leader Extremeboat.com, but Fountain Worldwide and Outer Limits are very, very close on her tail, and they're about to all come into this corner at the same time, and this is a very hard corner. And here you can see King of Shaves coming round the outside of Extremeboat. And we've got actually Outer Limits on the inside of Extremeboat.com. This is going to be tricky for all of these drivers.
Yeah, Jackie's just got to pick the line that she wants to go, and she's gone tight. King of Shaves has gone wide, but Lucas Oils has gone on the inside. Joe Scrow and Mike Fiore have gone through to take the lead as they come around. We don't see them yet, but you're about to. So we've got a change of order and an upset for the King of Shaves Fountain Worldwide yet again in Cowes. Their home ground is not being kind to them at all, and it's a race for the lead of this race now.
Now you see Fountain Worldwide would have crossed over Jackie's wake there, but look at this. Lucas Oil's Outer Limits really winding them up, and he is going to get as much space as he can between King of Shaves.
Well, Outer Limits has got the better line for the next mark, but King of Shaves using that acceleration to try and get past now, but it's not going to be easy at all. Joe Scrow working furiously at the steering wheel. Mike Fiore on the throttles. They're not going to let go of this easy.
This is extreme tense moment for all these drivers, but look how cool Joe Scrow and Mike Fiore.
After not finishing on Friday, and OSG, last year's Evolution champions, Giancarlo would love to win this race. He adores competing in cows. Very special feelings for him, but it's not going to be a victory for them. They've got some work to do on the...
Eaton here running in position 6. This is a big, big boat, and it's actually doing very well just to keep up with the rest of the fleet here. Running nicely. I think they would have hoped for a higher position, but at least they're going to finish and get some points.
Come around that corner, the Cummins engine Fabio Buzzi designed boats, and Lucas Oil's Outer Limits, I think, are going to take the headlines today by taking their second victory on the waters here in Cowes. And Joe Scrow and Mike Fiore will be concentrating on what they've got to do in hand, and the smiles won't come until that checkered flag is crossed. And there we see Hustler and Buzzi Bullet in the Super Sport class, who have been lapped again by the race leader.
They are actually running neck and neck there. Buzzi Bullet will be trying desperately to get ahead of him, and I think he just might be doing it.
Both of these crews standing up. They're not harnessed, they're not sitting, they're standing up and bouncing with the waves of that boat. Fantastic view from the helicopter. They're side by side, utter concentration, and slowly I think Buzzi Bullet 3 are about to take that 4th away. And in 6th place, it's the Sunseeker Challenge. Andy Wilby and Gavin Brown coming through to complete another lap of the course.
Actually see Gavin Brown there tear off his lap sticker as he passes the line.
And we're on board with them now as they continue on. See the sunshine on the waters outside of the where it's all been churned up, and Lucas Oil's Outer Limits as we view them from the helicopter.
A nice thumbs up from Joe Scrow there. They know they've got this. They're in perfect clean water now and just picking their way home.
And rather surprisingly, a good, comfortable advantage over the King of Shaves in 2nd place. There's Keaton, but they've just been lapped and they're down in 6th. There was King of Shaves as they come through to the start-finish line. The checkered flag is out for Lucas Oil's Outer Limits.
And Extremeboat.com are going to come home and take another victory in their hometown. Jackie Hunt and Mike Shelton will be elated with that result.
Yeah, certainly a perfect weekend for them now, and a return to the success we saw with them at the beginning of the series. And away they go, taking the checkered flag, and the American stars and stripes are out on the front of the Lucas Oil's Outer Limits. Their delight very apparent. Lucas Oil's Outer Limits lead and win the 2nd race at Cowes from King of Shaves. OSG in 3rd, Wet Punked in 4th. And in the Super Sports, it's the husband and wife team who reign supreme again on their home waters as Extreme Boat win from Sunlick Beer in 2nd place.